us, please. Tell us. Right on the nose, my brother. Right on the nose. Okay. So now we have lost Pat as well as Mom and Dad, and now Nat has been captured. We are in for a heck of a ride, guys. Alright. So, chapter 20. Goosebumps, Arlstein, the Beast of the East. Okay. And might I add, this book has no pictures, so there will be no showing of the book, because it's just words. Okay. So, but I'm the beast from the east, I protested. You said you would eat me. I took a step closer to him. Players in the penalty cage get eaten too. Fleck snorted in disgust. Don't pretend you forgot. Everyone knows that. It's a basic rule. Yes, Cheyenne. Who is Fleck? Fleck is one of the beasts in the book. One of these blue little furry things. We have yet to figure out if he's a bear, if he's a wolverine. We don't know yet. But he's some kind of beast. And they have been playing a game with the humans. But somehow they think that the humans already know the rules of the game. I don't know. We're gonna find out, okay? Where was I? Okay. Players in the penalty cage get eaten too, Fleck snorted in disgust. Don't pretend you forgot. Everyone knows that it's a basic rule. There must be another way to get him out, I said, edging closer. Only if he eats a free escape tarantula. Guys, I have a spider phobia. We're gonna have to gloss over that one. Only if he eats a free escape tarantula, Fleck explained. He scratched the flab under his chin. Huh? He has to eat a tarantula, I demanded, taking another step toward the beast. Fleck narrowed his eyes. Don't pretend you don't know that, he said, beginning to turn away. Excuse me. I hurled myself at Fleck's airy chest. I slapped him hard. You're it, I screamed. I lifted both fists in triumph. You're it, I tagged you. Fleck raised an eyebrow. Sorry, he said calmly. I paused the game. It doesn't count. Yeah, so Ginger almost got him. They were playing a game of tag. If we have not caught on yet, they are playing a game of tag. But it seems as though they keep changing the rules and or leaving out some of the rules. So we're gonna find out. Hold on, I've been training my eyes this whole time. I could barely even see. There we go. No, I shrieked. You can't keep changing the rules. I didn't. Rules are rules. Fleck reached over me and checked the lock on Nat's cage. It held fast. Try again, Spork grunted. You can always try again. The rest of the beasts nodded in agreement, grinning and snorting in excitement. They were enjoying themselves. They rumbled away from the clearing. Ginger, Nat cried. He pounded on the box. Get me out of here. I gazed at him in despair. No way I could reach him up there. He stared down at me through the slats. His brown hair fell into his eyes. Do something, he pleaded. I'll try again, I said. It was the only thing to do. Can you see him? Can you see them? I called up to him. Which way did they go? Nat pointed. I see a few beasts hiding over there. I'll be back, I promised, after I tag one of them. I tried to sound as if it was a sure thing. I wished I could believe my own words. Hurry, Nat called after me. A strong wind blew through the clearing, rocking the cage from side to side. Nat hunched down, hugging his knees. I gave him one last look and took off. Long shadows fell across the ground. I gazed at the sky. The orange was turning into a deep pink, almost sundown. Why does the sun color matter? Because when sun sets, they already explained this in one of the previous chapters, but when the sun sets, the game is over and the humans will be eaten. Hopefully Ginger makes it right. Okay. I plunged into the darkening woods. All around me I could hear as if hurrying home before sunset, home where they were safe. The wind howled loudly through the trees. I stumbled and almost fell over a rotted tree stump. The woods were closing in on me. Time was closing in on me. And then I saw a beast hiding behind an umbrella bush. His shoulders slumped forward. His head bobbed gently up and down. He was sound asleep. Here's my chance, I thought. I moved slowly toward him. The beast shifted position. I stopped, held my breath. He quieted down again. He must have moved in his sleep. This is it, I thought. My chance. In a second, he'll be the beast from the east. I rushed forward and gasped. The earth dropped away. Nothing under me. Nothing but air. I fell quickly, sank straight down, 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 screaming all the way. And that is the end of chapter 20. Chapter 21. I hit solid ground, hard. The air burst from my lungs. My shoulder jammed against the sharp rock. I cried out and rubbed my arm. Struggling to catch my breath, I pulled myself up and stared around me. It was too dark. I couldn't see a thing. It's over. I thought the game is over. Hey, is anyone up there? I called. Can anyone hear me? I stopped and listened for an answer. Any answer. Silence. I forced myself to my feet. My shoulder ached. I rolled it back and forth a couple times to keep it from getting stiff. I reached out and patted the walls around me. Solid dirt. I was in some sort of deep pit, the kind people dig to trap animals. Now I was a trapped animal. I ran my hands quickly over the walls. Maybe I could find something to hold on to. Some way to climb out. Yuck! What was that? My hand touched something cold sticking out of the side of the pit. I clenched my teeth and forced myself to touch it again. It stayed firm under my fingers. A root, I thought excitedly. It's not alive. I ran my hand further down the wall. The roots were everywhere, as high up as I could feel. Perfect. I raised my foot and stepped onto the lowest root. It held footholds. I could climb out of the pit. My hands grabbed the highest root I could reach. I pulled myself up. I heard a crumbling of loose dirt. I pressed myself against the wall as more dirt sifted down the side of the pit. Spraying my face, I squeezed my eyes shut, waited for the dirt to stop falling. Then I found the next root and began climbing again. How much time did I have left? How much time before the sun went down? My shoulder ached, but I had a long way to go. I rested briefly against the wall, then I continued climbing. Snap! The root shattered under my right foot. My leg dangled in the air. Snap! The root under my right hand popped loose. Hey! I cried out as I felt myself fall. I landed hard on the floor of the pit. I lay still for a moment, trying to catch my breath. I gazed up. A last bit of pink sky glowed over the mouth of the pit. In the fading light, I looked around. I saw the useless roots on the side of the deep hole. I glanced down. Oh no! There was just enough sunlight to see the ground beneath me. It was brown and square. A free lunch square. I was trapped on a free lunch square. The bees could eat me anytime they wanted. Hold that question, we're almost done. I froze in panic and heard rumbling footsteps above me. I huddled in a corner of the pit, pressed my back against the dirt. This way, I heard Flake shout, "She's down here." Oh my god, Ginger has been caught. I'm stressed, you guys. Okay, Brianna, what was your question? A free lunch square. So, let me read that sentence again. I was trapped on a free lunch square. The beast could eat me previously in the chapters ahead of us. Excuse me. So, in the chapters before this one, they had explained a teeny tiny piece of the rules. A free lunch square means that the beasts can eat you at any time they want if you are on the free lunch square, and it's brown. So that's why she had said, in the fading light, I looked around. I saw the useless roots on the side of the deep hole. I glanced down. Oh no, there was just enough sunlight to see the ground beneath me, and it was brown. A square. A free lunch brown square. So, does that answer your question? Okay. Flag appeared in the opening above me. His flabby chin hung down. His eyes locked onto mine. Found you, he cried. Spork slid next to Flag. He grinned down at me and drooled yellow drool. It splattered beside my boot. Something down there smells delicious, Spork cried. I'm so hungry. Glebe shoved his furry face between Flag's and Spork's. He smacked his lips. I heard his stomach growl. Finally, Spork grunted. Pull her out, let's eat. I covered my face with my hands. Please, don't hurt me, I cried. I haven't done anything to you. Flag shrugged. You play the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Spork and Glebe reached down into the pit. Their big paws swiped at me. Oopsie. I got a little lipstick in the book. I pressed my back tighter against the wall. Please, I begged. Please go away and leave me alone. You win, okay? You can have all my points. Points can't be given away, Flake scolded. You know that. Now this guy Flake is getting on my nerves, y'all. He swears that these humans know how the game is played, and they really just don't. The others grunted in agreement. They reached down for me. My eyes searched the pit. I needed a weapon. The roots. I yanked a fat one out of the dirt. Stay back! Stay back, I shouted, whipping the root at their paws. The beasts slapped at each other on the back and laughed their ugly laugh. You'll be sorry, I threatened. Who was I kidding? This stupid root couldn't hurt them, and they knew it. I was the beast from the east. I was thinner. Flag leaned into the pit and snarled. His claws were the only inches from my face. I ducked. His paw pressed against the back of my neck. I felt claws scratch my skin. I jerked away. The hair on my arms stood straight up. If only I could bury into the earth like an animal, I thought. Flag's paw swiped the air in front of my face. Stop ducking away, he shouted. You're just making me hungrier. This isn't fair, I screamed. He turned to Spork and Glebe. I'm tired of this, he complained. Enough stalling. His round eyes gleamed down hungrily at me. Get her, he bellowed. Spork leaned down and grabbed my arm. I felt his claws dig into my skin. He pulled me up and yanked me to my feet. It's all over, I thought. Sadly, the game is over. Cloud passed overhead, throwing the pit into deep shadow. Flag howled. He slapped his broad forehead. Made in the shade, he cried. Spork opened his paw and let go of my arm. I dropped to the ground, fell to my knees. Made in the shade, Spork cried. Made in the shade, Glebe echoed. I climbed to my feet. The angry voices of the beast made my head throb. They stomped their feet loudly. What's going on? I demanded. You're safe, Spork. if I'm stuck in this pit? Flag rolled his eyes. He reached down and pressed one paw against the purple rock on the ground near the edge of the pit. The pit floor creaked and groaned. Then it rose up, higher and higher. Finally, it jerked to a halt a few feet below the ground. I was close enough to stare at the beast's ankles. I could see shiny black bugs crawling in their fur. Ew. Sorry. I swallowed nervously. Was this some kind of trick, or was I really safe? I still need help to climb out of here, I told Flag. Flag pounded on the purple rock again. The floor started moving. This time it stopped level with the ground. I hopped off the free lunch square. The beast circled me. The sun is almost down, Flag warned. The game is almost over. You don't have much time, Spork added. Flag snorted. Then he turned and lumbered away. Good luck, Spork cried as he hurried after Flag. Glebe followed. They raced back towards the stone tunnel. Wait, I yelled. I ran after them as fast as I could. I raced into the rock tunnel. I could hear the beasts up ahead of me. They growled and grunted, scraping their claws across the walls and singing again, making a racket. I saw them burst through the other side of the tunnel. They split up, running in different directions. Which way should I go? I knew I couldn't waste time. I followed Flag. He wove in and out of the trees. He leaped over some scraggly bushes. I panted, straining to keep up. Flag picked up the pace. Faster and faster and faster. I could barely keep up now. I was gasping for air. Wait! I shouted desperately. Wait! Flag glanced once over his shoulder. He disappeared into the trees. I stopped running after him. Overhead, the sky turned purple. Soon, it would be completely dark. I spun around, searching desperately for a beast to tag. YOUUU! Over here, I heard a call. I whirled around. Spork, he waved to me from between two tall trees. I raced towards him. Spork lumbered down a twisting path. I followed him. What else could I do? Suddenly, my foot caught on a rock. I sprawled into the dirt. I forced myself to get up. The woods were quiet around me. No beasts. I wanted to scream. So I did.